Hello, Room 203 students. Today I wanted to read you another story, another read aloud. And this one is one that we read together several weeks ago. And I know how much you love Marley and the Marley stories. So we're going to look at this one again just because it's an old favorite. And I know in times like this, it's nice to sometimes just go back to a book that you know. So it's called Marley and the Kittens, and it was written by John Grogan. And I know many of you are familiar with it because I think there's a movie about Marley too. But it's a funny book, and the illustrations were done by Richard Cowdrey. Marley and the Kittens. The little red car chugged down the road on a warm summer's day. Mommy and Daddy and Cassie and baby Louie were on their way home from the picnic in the country. And in the back seat, with his head stuck out the window, was their big yellow puppy, Marley. All of a sudden, Marley began to bark and yelp and whine. He looked like he might leap right out of the window. "What is it, boy?" Cassie asked. "Woof, woof, woof," said Marley. "Waddy needs potty," baby Louie said. Daddy stopped the car and out jumped Marley. But he did not poop and he didn't even pee. What he did was he sniffed his way along the side of the road and he dragged Mommy behind him from his leash. His tail wagged wildly as he snorted and snuffled through the weeds like a vacuum cleaner. And when he finally stopped, Mommy called out, "Oh my goodness, look what Marley found." "Oh, they're so cute," said Cassie. "Yow, yow," baby Louie shrieked. In the weeds lay two tiny, fluffy kittens. "They're just little babies," Mommy said. "And they don't have a mama," added Cassie. Marley nuzzled their bellies with his nose and whined. "Don't worry, big guy," said Daddy. "We're not going to leave them here behind by the side of the road." And Cassie cuddled the kitten, one of the kittens, and baby Louie cuddled the other. And Cassie exclaimed, "I'm going to name my kitten Lucky." And baby Louie declared, "Mine, yow yow." "It looks like our family just got bigger," said Mommy. Back at the house, Lucky and Yow Yow made themselves at home. They rubbed against the cupboards and they sniffed the floor. And Marley came in thinking, "This calls for my super duper doggy welcome." And he raced in from the garage, sliding across the tile and not stopping until he rammed into the trash can. "Oh, Marley, settle down," said Mommy. "You'll scare the kittens." Cassie placed a bowl of water and a plate of tuna fish on the floor and called, "Here, kitty kitties, time to eat." The kittens came running in, and so did Marley. And I'm wondering, don't you think that Marley is looking for some attention too? The kittens are getting all that attention. And he's been the one that's been at the house the longest. So I'm guessing he's feeling maybe he needs that same love and attention. "Oh boy, treats! That's for the kittens, not you," said Cassie. "Bad dog, Marley," said Daddy. "Ba ba waddy, ba boo ba," said baby Louie. After lunch, Lucky and Yow Yow cleaned their faces with their tongues and their paws. Marley cleaned his face too. "Marley, no," said Mommy. "Yuck, yuck," said baby Louie. The kittens played with the cords from the window blinds and they pounced and tugged and batted them back and forth just like kittens do. They love to play, don't you know? And Mommy said, "Oh, isn't that adorable?" But when Marley joined the fun, Mommy stopped smiling. "No, Marley, come on. You're wrecking everything," she said. The kittens hopped onto the kitchen counter and tiptoed amongst the jars and glasses. And Daddy marveled and said, "Look how very graceful they are." And then came Marley. Woof, woof, he barked as if to say, wait for me. And he leaped onto a chair and then up onto the counter to join his new friends. But Marley was no graceful kitten. Bad dog, Marley. Boy, it looks like Marley's getting into trouble there, huh? The kittens discovered their brand new litter box. Well, guess who else discovered it too? You were right, Marley. And then baby Louie yelled at him and said, no, wee-wee, Waddy. Mommy opened the kitchen drawer for a towel, and when she looked back, the kittens had climbed in. They curled up and fell fast asleep, and Mommy exclaimed, oh, aren't they precious? So cute, said Cassie. Well, of course, when Marley saw that, what do you think he wanted to do? He wanted to be precious and cute just like the little kittens. And he tried to do the same trick, but no one found it to be cute or precious in that case. Daddy moved the litter box into the garage and installed a tiny cat door so just the kittens could come through it whenever they liked. Ah, what a great idea, thought Marley. I'd like to try out that new door. Now, do you think that Marley's the right size for that door? When that happened, Mommy said, you are in time out, mister. What did I do this time, wondered Marley. He just wanted to be loved the same way that the kittens were. He wanted to be popular like the kittens. But the more he tried, the more he seemed to mess up. Stupid cats, he thought. A dog can't do that anything right, it seems. Sometimes I wish I'd never found those kittens. Marley's feeling so sad, huh? As Marley sat there pouting, he felt something brush up against him. Who do you think it was? It was Lucky and Yow-Yow. They rubbed their whiskers against his sides, and they purred loudly, and they stretched their faces up toward Marley. And Marley, at that moment, forgot all about how sad he was feeling. He thought, you came to keep me company. Oh, Marley, look at that. Everyone come look, said Cassie. The kittens have put themselves in time out with Marley. I guess they missed their new friend, said Daddy. Even Mommy had to laugh. They're like 3 peas in a pod. And Marley, Cassie said, my goodness, look how popular you are now. The kittens sure are cute, said Daddy, but they could never take your place, Marley. And he scratched him behind the ears. Because in our house, there's really only one Marley. We love you just the way you are, said Mommy. Why do you walk? Said baby Louie, and the whole family laughed. Marley pranced and danced and wiggled and squiggled from tongue to tail. Why, he knew at that moment that he would never be a cute kitten. And that was all right, because he was Marley. He was one of a kind. No apologies needed. Friends forever. And so that concludes Marley. And I wonder if you can think of a way when you see someone who's feeling sad or a little bit needing a little bit of attention, if you can reach out and show that kindness and help them. And then they can shift their mood too with your little help from you. So anyway, have a nice afternoon, room 203, or a good week. And I will be doing some more read alouds with you. So look for that in your email.